What up, NBA people? It is NBA free agency. You know what that means. We're back. We're here. James is alive. We're going to start with a few names. I got y'all. The biggest names. LeBron, all right, you're going to be with your son. We get it. Um, Paul George, though, as another name in LA, he just told people he's going to listen to the Clippers, to Orlando, and I believe there was another team.
Do
Philly.
you believe
Yeah,
what team do you think that should go after him aggressively?
Should be Philly because they're running out of options. They have all the cap space, but there's no free
I
agency
would
spot.
prefer Philly over Golden State. Like I don't like that Golden State rumor, so I do prefer Philly. But if I'm Paul George, I kind of would aggressively would be creating a narrative to get myself back to OKC
Mm.
because I think that's the team that needs him the most, like to take a jump. I think he helps OKC more than he helps Philly.
I just think
Maybe that's
Philly's
wishful
more
thinking.
desperate though. I mean, they just got Caruso and OKC. They have this young
Oh,
core. They don't.
Philly's desperate for sure after what the Knicks did.
Yeah, and it's like, what are you doing with the Embiid era? You haven't even really come close to the finals. The only year you were kind of close is when you had Jimmy Butler,
Yes.
and that's the closest you've gotten. So you need someone to complement Maxey and Embiid, and who else is it going to be?
You just named it. Would you be going after Jimmy Butler opposed to Paul George?
Hmm.
No disrespect to Paul George, but you're just consistently what you are. You know what I mean? Like I think that you're a really good second or third option, but like, I don't know if you're the guy that can make a team jump. Like you could if Maxi was better. You know what I mean? Like I don't think Maxi has it in him to be the number two, so Paul just has to be the number three.
I I think he's a perfect fit with Maxey and Embiid though, just how their games complement each other. He's that versatile wing
No,
who
I,
can
I
play on
agree
the.
with that, but still, that team needs so much. Like the one guy's not going to help that team. I don't think.
I mean, losing Tobias is going to help him
True.
just by losing him.
Paul, just leave the Clippers, bro. Just leave it. That's yeah, yeah. Just the Clippers. Go anywhere but back to the Clippers or Charlotte.
I wouldn't be shocked
What you
if
got? Who's
the
next?
Clippers just end up. But yeah.
All right. Well, we'll give the Clippers a little bit of break. Klay Thompson is the name for obvious reasons. It feels like Klay's time in Golden State's over. Who do you see going?
Okay, the team that I want to see go get Clay. I just don't know if it's possible, but like schematically and what Clay does, what I think he has left, I want to see Clay on Denver. Could you imagine Clay coming off of a Jokic dribble handoff, shooting the open three? Like he helps that team, I think.
I don't know if they can get him.
I don't think they
So
could
we're just
either
talking.
unless you trade Porter.
Oh, so okay, so not like as realistic, but this as like the best possible fit.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like if I was Clay, I'd be trying to get myself there if I leave Golden State. Um, I don't see a lot left in Clay for make that teams would want to go after him
Orlando
because I
could
think
use.
he's. I don't think so. Not for the price he wants, man. I really don't see it. I don't see it. Like what? No disrespect to Clay, and I don't think you're completely washed, but you're kind of relegated to like a really good bench player at this point. I
What
think.
about like a 2 year plus a team option max offer from Orlando? Maybe not a max, but 100
But what are you bringing that team that they don't already have?
shooting. They don't have a lot of shooting outside of their main couple guys, and that's what killed them in
But
that.
people fail to realize like another thing they don't have is motion. Like you have to get out of Clay's way for Clay to be useful. I just don't. Man, I would hate to say it, but if Clay goes to a team like Orlando, it's gonna be a fucking Jordan Poole situation where you thought you were bringing in experience and it's just not there.
Well, they have a better team than the Wizards did.
I don't know. I don't like it. I like Klay in Denver. I like Klay going back to Golden State. That's where I want him to go.
I heard.
I have a feeling he'll just end up back there, though. This happened last year with Draymond when everyone's like, the Kings might get him, someone else might get him, and then it's like, oh, he just resigned.
What? I keep seeing that the Lakers are interested in him. Would that be an ideal spot for him?
How they would, I think they would have to trade.
They'd have to let D'Lo walk. Yeah, they'd have to let D'Lo walk.
He just
I
LeBron-
hope he opts out.
What I read is LeBron said he'll take a pay cut for him.
How much? If Klay's not
know.
willing to get paid $20 million to stay in Golden State, he's looking for that $30-something million contract. LeBron ain't finna play for $15 million, bro.
Oh, I
He don't
get
want
it.
Klay
I
that
know.
damn
I'm
much.
just reading what I read out on the internet, and that's what was said. Now, if it's true, I don't know. You know how
Memphis
NBA
might be a good
players are.
spot for Klay. I don't hate that, and they might have the money for him.
No, they're pretty strapped because they had, they have Triple J on the max and Morant, and I think Bane too. I think they have those three big ones. That's the thing with this new second apron law rule. All these teams are kind of screwed. All these big teams that usually would find a way to make this work, they just can't do what they used to be able to. Which actually might mean a team like Orlando or someone with more cap space will be able to have a better summer, but there's just not many good free agents.
So does that mean Golden State just might have to go into the luxury a little bit to keep Klay?
I think they will go.
That's where I want him to go. Just go back to Golden State for 2 more years, like you said, 2+1, and just finish your career there. Go on a playoff run and end it.
That's boring.
I know it's
Boo.
boring, but
Boo.
for the love of basketball, you're talking about one of the best two-way players ever, and I
Go-
just
go
hate
to
to see you
Dallas.
go. Man, no, fuck that, bro. Fuck that. I didn't even mention that. I thought that, and I was like, it would be disgusting.
He's been linked to him, so
I know. I read that too. But my thing is this: how many years in a row did the Rockets lose to Golden State? Like 4 years in a row in the conference finals, right? Never in my life was I scared of Klay. I mean, Curry. It was always Klay. Klay was the guy who would fuck us up. If he sees red on the court, he makes threes. So I would hate to see your career like you do Chris Paul shit at the end of your career, chasing something you don't need.
San Antonio play with Wemby.
oh, the NBA would lose it.
I mean, he
The
probably
best
would.
center
That would be a
ever
good
played.
spot for him to get his numbers up.
Yeah,
He can do it 1 year.
yeah. 1 year with San Antonio, Popovich.
Him and Pop
Payday.
would leave the league together.
All right, what about another name? James Harden. Moved around a few times.
That's the fool that needs to go to Orlando.
Harden.
That's the player they're missing. Yeah, Harden. That's the player they're missing.
I think he's staying. Did they extend him? They tried to
I
extend
don't
him.
know.
Did they?
Or at least they tried to, or they're going to. I don't know. After trading all that stuff for him, I don't see him just walking.
True.
But
I
James
also
Harden.
don't see too many teams that he could fit on either. Again, he would be a good player who might fit in San Antonio.
Oh no, he didn't get extended. Yeah, yeah, he would be.
He would make that team score more, and you better hope that them other guys can play defense well enough to keep you in games. But that's a good spot for him, San Antonio.
If the Lakers got James Harden on the mid-level, which I don't think would ever happen, I don't think he would take that discount. Do you
I
still
think he would.
Would they have any chance at a championship?
No, but you're not going to fucking lose. And then, two, you'll get max potential from Anthony Davis, so soft ass. Because there's one thing James Harden is good at is he makes big men better. Especially ones who could catch an alley-oop and rim run. So he'll make AD better.
It would be fun to watch. I mean,
I never thought Westbrook would take anything cheap, and he did. What did he play for, like $5 million?
Well, what about Kawhi? I mean, Kawhi extended there with the Clippers, I just don't see Harden and George and them just dipping.
That's the dude that they have to trade in order to recoup assets because he's the
Kawhi.
only one who has value. Kawhi, yeah, you just have to trade Kawhi.
Just their injury prone.
Yeah, but you can't ask for a lot. Somebody will give you picks for him though.
But they have
Yes.
that new arena opening, and everyone's saying they want to contend with it.
All right. James Harden, there's a team out there for you. Speaking of a guy that people tend to overhype, DeMar DeRozan, free agent, probably leaving.
I think he's not. I don't think he's overhyped. I think his game is ugly, and that's why people don't like him. But he's useful. Like I like that dude.
I can see him with an LA team.
Is he play? But is he getting paid the same, or is he playing some for? He finally going to go to a winner for cheap?
That's what I think.
Because there's a big difference there. Because if you're willing to take less money, you can go to every team would take him. I think.
Right. You just missed out on the Raptors chip, so I think you'd be hungry for it.
Smart play would be go get that.
Money wise. Easy for me to say, but
To
he's
where?
been on a shitty Bulls team this whole time.
That's true, but that's his choice.
Many teams, though, that's the thing. Like he wouldn't fit in Orlando. He wouldn't go back to San Antonio.
So it depends because, like, a team like Cleveland trades Garland to San Antonio, right? Say that does happen. Cleveland's the perfect spot for him because, like, you could stagger minutes with Spider, and then you're the scorer at one point. You know what I mean? Or if you're just chasing the bag, you better hope a team like Utah will give it to you because you go on that team and who gives a shit? They're not trying to win anyway. I don't think at least.
They're always trying to win, bro.
They win every trade they do. They win those games, not so much.
Washington, Charlotte, they're all trying to win, bro. Atlanta.
DeRozan, I would tell you where I'd like to see DeRozan end up is on Phoenix, which would be overkill because they got a bunch of fucking guards on that team.
More mid range.
But yeah, more mid range, bro. I love watching that shit.
Oh man. Well, if you love watching that shit, you'll like the next guy. Tobias Harris.
Oh,
The tenor in 76ers seems to finally be over. I don't know what took him so long, but
go back to Orlando.
I don't know what you could do. Like I don't know what you can do because you didn't ever show it, and I don't know how you can be useful to anybody. Like I look at you as like a 9th or 10th guy.
We give him the Christian Wood Award of the offseason where he's just going to sign with the Lakers or a contender, but then never see the court. He'll just be sitting
No, because that Christian Wood was such a bad. He was so terrible at defense, bro. That once teams found out, they just got rid of him. Tobias Harris, he just don't do anything. But when he does do shit for like 2 games every 3 weeks, he's pretty good. Like he's useful. But I'm not finna pay you to be good for me in 17 days. I don't do that shit.
somebody's dumb enough to.
Somebody's gonna do it. I'm gonna laugh because it's gonna be some bum ass team like Detroit.
Charlotte.
I don't know. Charlotte got wings now, so they might not need him.
It's gonna be
They
something.
got T. John Salon and Brandon Miller.
I can see Tobias getting the bag in Detroit.
They'll give him like a 2-year, $70 million deal or some shit. Watch.
Dude, this dude steals money from teams.
And they're gonna be like, statistically, he's so good.
And the cap's going up, so it's not that bad.
Oh,
I don't
man.
honestly know where he can go. I don't like if I'm a team. I don't ever think of like, let's go get Tobias Harris. I
Even
just
like
don't
the
see it.
Spurs or the Rockets, like these teams with young stars, Tobias doesn't really make anyone better. He doesn't make anyone worse either. He's really just an NBA nothing. Like he just doesn't. He's a zero. He's not a negative.
He's PJ Tucker without the defense. Is your stat sheet says a bunch of zeros on it, but you didn't play defense, so you have no excuses, bro.
Yeah,
he's Nicholas Batum without the 3-pointer.
It's bad. Like he'll play 36 minutes and have zeros all over the whole stat sheet. I'm like, you literally did cardio today. That's all you did. You didn't shoot the ball, you didn't pass the ball, you didn't rebound.
But if he's on the cheap, like the cheap, I would like to see him end up on a team like Golden State. Because I think they could figure out what to do with him. Yeah, they'll figure it out.
They're like, hey, the day that Curry's out.
I'm just saying, like,
Or I mean, the Kings.
Tobias Harris and Kuminga. I mean, they'll figure out something.
You can light the beam.
The Kings.
And they go
I don't know. You got Keegan Murray and all them guys that are too similar to him, in my opinion.
They lost Monk.
Yeah.
Or no, they reset Monk. They got to win 46 games and then lose in the first round to someone. So.
Oh, they're gonna win 52 games this year because they drafted Jamal Shedd. They might have got the steal in the draft. Yeah.
They got rid of Davion Mitchell and got his replacement.
Yep.
Can I shit on one team?
I encourage you to do so, sir.
What the hell is Toronto doing?
I have no fucking clue, but it's
Like
hilarious.
Scotty Barnes, I love Scotty Barnes. I could justify that. Like I could see why they gave him the max. But Emmanuel quickly, they're giving that much money to Emmanuel, and they're gonna say that same shit the Lakers did when they Mozgov back in that summer when the cap went up. Oh, the salary cap's increasing. We can afford this. Why are you wasting it on Emmanuel quickly, who's a pretty one-dimensional player that the Knicks were happy to get rid of?
Because Emmanuel quickly ended the season really well, where he was actually pretty much their offense. Because well, I get that, but he looked really good in a shitty situation, and it's recency bias. Is what it is. I mean, you're not when you see that, you're not gonna let that talent walk. What's the backlash from that fan base if they don't do anything about quickly? Because like, what is your alternative? Grady Dick? No, come on now.
I'm just saying, between the whole Drake thing and these signings, it's been a tough summer for Toronto.
Glad I don't live in Canada.
They should have traded Scotty Barnes to Houston like I told them to do for Alperen Sengun, and we would have all been happy. But nobody listens to me.
Not trading Sengun, are you?
Huh?
If Zach could, he would. Yeah.
If I could, I would.
Oh, it's that racial thing.
Nah, well, it depends on, there are people who, watch Body City Boys and they believe that it is a racial thing. And then there's other people who believe I'm just ignorant, so I'm not quite sure.
Like, we'll find out in a few years. Zach's like, I told you.
No, I'm not going to rub it in your face. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it.
Hey, your boy got the bag. Siakam.
Who? I seen that.
Oh, yeah.
I seen it. But you know what? I was cool because there's only one thing I remembered about Siakam. There were games where he was the best player on the court, and I would tell Nick, I was like, I hate this. Like, I hate watching Pascal Siakam run crazy on the Knicks. Like, I hated seeing that, right? But then they get to Boston, and it was times where Tatum had to take the game over, and he shit on Siakam. Like, he showed the talent discrepancy, and I was like, I feel better. So, get your paper, Siakam. As long as you get locked up over there, and I don't have to ever worry about you coming to my team, we good.
He should send you some money.
He should send me some money because I think I'm the leader of the fan club and the hate club.
True. All right. Last two are big men. Okay. Jonas Valanciunas and Isaiah Hardenstein.
The Thunder need a big. I don't know if they have the cap, but they need a big to protect Chat. I think Valanciunas.
I agree.
Fit.
I would prefer Hardenstein there. I like Hardenstein. He's a liar, but I like Hardenstein.
He's gonna get paid.
He is gonna get paid. By who? I'm not sure. See, Valanciunas is a good fit there because he's got a little bit of an attitude on him, and he protects Chet. He could protect Chet.
Yeah, you need an enforcer with that team.
But then also, can't you say that philosophy applies to other teams like Atlanta, for instance? Like, let's protect Richardson. Like, you got a 4. Now we just need a center because Capella's probably going to leave. So, I mean, I could think there'd be a team in the hunt.
I don't know if Hartenstein fits their style, whatever that
I'm
is.
talking about Valanciunas in Atlanta.
See a big, because you need a lob finisher with with Trey. I guess he could.
Yeah, that's true. I didn't think about that because they got rid of Murray. Shit, just go back. No. Also, again, how much are you trying to make? Because, like, if any big man bites the bullet and goes to Phoenix, they're going to help that team.
They would really have to bite the bullet.
Yeah, I know. But, sometimes it's just, you want to win, you want to win. When you play on shitty.
They just re-signed Bobo, so I don't think anybody's going there.
Yeah, I don't think any big man's worried about Bobo taking his minutes. So
I know, but I don't think they believe anybody's going there either.
It's going to be real fucked up, though, because some of these big guys might not get paid. Because there's other guys who will be on the move for cheap. Like, if you're Portland, for instance, right? What are you doing with all those centers? You got Klingon, you got Aiden, you got Robert Williams, and they got somebody else over there. So there'll be a center traded off that team. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So that might drive price down. And if people keep shopping Jared Allen, he's just going to get traded.
But I could see Philly going after Hartenstein. Say they lose out on Paul George. They have no one. They have all this cap space. The Knicks are getting better. They're like, you know what? Fuck you, Knicks. We're going to take your center. And they're going to overpay him.
Sounds like a Daryl Morey move.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well,
man, I seen a thing on YouTube. I couldn't figure out for the life of me why people were so down on Jared Allen. Like, I think he's more than serviceable, right? And I didn't realize that dude's not as tall as we think he is. It's his fucking hair. He's only like 6'9" or 6'10". Like, he's not that big.
He's like 6'8".
He was standing next to Mobley, and Mobley was towering over, and I was like, what the shit? And then I was like, it's the hair. It's optical illusion.
It's a good move.
The afro, it helps. Any last-minute words? Any for teams, players?
There's one free agent that I hate the Lakers. Like, I don't hate the Lakers because of they're the Lakers or LeBron. It's like I don't really give a shit because y'all are gonna do dumb shit anyway. Be smart and go get Jose Alvarado. He's a free agent. Like, that's a player that LeBron can make better. I want to see him end up on the Lakers.
I want to see Kentavious Caldwell-Pope in the Eastern Conference.
Didn't he pick up his option?
Nope.
No?
Free from Denver. I don't think they can.
They said
KCP, he should... I swore he picked up his option the other day, bro.
From what I read, they said that they were going to be ready to move on from him.
Oh, that's fine, too. KCP, you want him in the East, he should go to y'all's team.
You can go home to Detroit.
He needs to go to the Bucks.
We can afford him, which we can't. The Bucks can't do shit this offseason. And everyone's saying
so look, you're a Bucks fan. Are y'all finally willing to move on from people? Like, are y'all past the loyalty bullshit?
No.
Oh, okay, well then y'all gonna suck again. I hate to tell you.
It's this thing where, like, if we're healthy, but we have like the oldest team in the league, which means you're more likely not to be healthy. But the thing is, it's like all these trades you see, it's like Bobby Portis for D'Lo. It's like trades that wouldn't really help the Bucks get any better. So at that point, I'd rather just keep Bobby. And then Brook Lopez, I think, is still underrated as what he does protecting the rim.
My thing is I agree with that though. Like the thought process is right, but the outcome isn't what you want. Like Bobby Portis will get you all some of the shit y'all need to be good again, and to play with Robin. You know what I mean? So like I would still entertain those trades.
If there's a good offer, yeah. And then we drafted like the youngest guys in the drafts. So.
Yeah, y'all didn't do the smartest thing in the draft, but hey.
2 timelines.
Yeah. See, y'all could go get a player like Cam Thomas from Brooklyn. Y'all need bench scoring, I think. And I'll be honest, I think y'all need to go ahead and move on from Middleton, my opinion. But okay, be loyal.
What happens? You know, we get made fun of for being loyal. We get rid of Drew, and he wins a fucking title.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you. But what Drew's offering opposed to what Chris is offering is two different things.
Chris
Like,
carried
no
us.
disrespect. He did. He earned everything in that championship run, but he cannot replicate that anymore.
Somehow this free agency turned into a Milwaukee.
To shit on the Bucks.
But if you made it to this point, like, subscribe, comment down below, NBA fans. Hopefully your team gets free agent. Go. Anybody that gets Tobias Harris, you lost.